In the heart of San Jose, California, shrouded in fog and mystery, stands one of the most enigmatic and haunted mansions in the world, the Winchester Mystery House. A vast and labyrinthine estate filled with staircases leading nowhere, hidden doors, and rooms that defy logic. This house was the obsession of one woman, Sarah Winchester. Her story is one of grief, loss, and an eerie belief in the supernatural. Sarah Winchester was the widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, the creators of the deadly Winchester rifle, a weapon that had shaped the course of history and ended countless lives. Sarah and William lived a privileged life, but tragedy soon struck. In 1866, their infant daughter, Annie Pardee Winchester, died from a rare disease, leaving Sarah heartbroken. The tragedy did not end there. 15 years later, in 1881, William died of tuberculosis, leaving Sarah a widow at just 42 years old. Overcome with sorrow, Sarah sought guidance from a spiritualist medium who delivered a chilling message. Your family is cursed. The spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle demand retribution. They have taken your husband and child, and they will come for you next. To escape them, you must build a house for the dead, one that never stops growing. Convinced that the spirits would claim her life if she failed to comply, Sarah took her vast fortune, worth $560 million in today's money, and left her home in New Haven, Connecticut, heading west to California, where she would begin the most bizarre construction project in history. In 1884, Sarah purchased an 8-room farmhouse on 161 acres of land in San Jose. Soon, construction began, and it would never stop for the next 38 years. Unlike traditional architectural projects, there were no blueprints, no plans, and no final design. Instead, Sarah dictated the construction based on what she claimed the spirits told her during her nightly séances. The result was a confusing, eerie, and endless mansion filled with architectural oddities, such as staircases leading to ceilings with no way forward, doors opening into solid walls or leading to sudden, deadly drops, windows built into floors or overlooking other rooms, secret passageways and hidden doors designed to confuse both intruders and restless spirits. Rooms built, then sealed off forever, their purpose unknown. The house expanded relentlessly, growing to 160 rooms, 47 staircases, 2,000 doors, and over 10,000 windows. Sarah believed that constant construction would appease the spirits, preventing them from finding and harming her. Throughout the mansion, the number 13 was a recurring theme. Chandeliers held 13 candles. Windows contained 13 panes of glass. Some staircases had 13 steps, all believed to hold spiritual significance. Despite her wealth and eccentricity, Sarah never sought fame. She lived in isolation, rarely leaving the house, and dedicated her life to outsmarting the ghosts that haunted her conscience. As construction continued, strange occurrences began to plague the house. Workers heard whispers in empty hallways. Tools vanished and doors slammed shut without explanation. Some quit, believing the house was cursed. Sarah herself seemed to embrace the supernatural. Every night, at exactly midnight, she would enter the séance room, a secret chamber hidden within the house, to communicate with the dead. Her nightly ritual was disturbing. At midnight, she entered the séance room alone, lighting candles and sitting before a spirit board. She rang a brass bell to summon the spirits. At 2 a.m., she rang the bell again to dismiss them. Servants reported that strange lights flickered from inside the room, and some swore they heard whispering voices, even though Sarah was alone. The house took on an unsettling presence, as if it was alive, watching, listening, shifting. Some workers claimed that newly built rooms would sometimes vanish overnight, as if the house itself rejected them. As the house expanded, so did reports of ghostly apparitions. Servants and visitors alike witnessed shadowy figures moving through the hallways, and some even described feeling cold hands brush against them in the dark. One of the most commonly reported spirits was that of a ghostly handyman, dressed in old-fashioned work clothes, still tending to the walls and doors, as if he never realized he had died. Sarah herself was often seen wandering the halls in her black mourning dress, clutching a flickering lantern. Many believe her spirit still roams the house to this day, watching over her endless construction project. Some of the most haunted locations include the Hall of Mirrors, where reflections seem to move independently, lingering after people have walked away. The Blue Room, where Sarah held her most terrifying séance, a room so cursed that she had it sealed off forever. The Grand Ballroom, where ghostly music is sometimes heard playing, even though no instruments remain inside. Visitors often describe feeling a suffocating heaviness in the air, as if unseen eyes are watching them from the shadows. For nearly 4 decades, Sarah obsessively built her mansion, never stopping, fearing that if she did, the spirits would finally claim her. But on the night of September 5th, 1922, at the age of 83, Sarah passed away in her sleep. The moment her heart stopped beating, all construction ceased immediately. Workers dropped their tools mid-task, leaving nails half-driven into wood and staircases unfinished. Many never returned. Sarah left her vast fortune to charity, but she left the mansion to no one. With no heirs, it stood abandoned, its endless rooms now silent and lifeless. After Sarah's death, the Winchester Mystery House was open to the public, and it quickly gained a reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. Paranormal investigators, psychics, and skeptics have all attempted to unravel its mysteries. But few leave without experiencing something unexplainable. Visitors continue to report whispering voices, shadowy figures, and doors that open or close on their own. Many claim to have seen Sarah Winchester herself, still wandering the corridors, clutching a candle, forever trapped in the house she built for the dead. To this day, the Winchester Mystery House remains a monument to tragedy, obsession, and the unseen forces that may still linger within its walls. And so, the question remains, would you dare to step inside? If you enjoy haunted stories, hit that like button and subscribe for more spine-chilling content.